more gray areas are gambling, right? So what are the legal risk, ordering options, or compliance standards that you really need to adhere to? We've already talked about our patient-specific prescriptions, right? That's FDA compliant, bulk orders going away, and also rebranding those vitamin peptides, that's a gray zone. But even legit script strategies, because you can still be legit script, but the language now matters. Right? So you don't advertise drug names. We want to focus on doctor supervised care, metabolic health, and peptide therapies. So smart terms are GLP-1 weight loss shots, or doctor supervised metabolic injections, or peptide-based weight loss. So as you build out this branded systems to kind of, not just offer this one drug, what does that look like? And what is a branded transformation system? So I have a client that I'm working with right now, and they really are astonishing. They, are way ahead of the game, already working with our labs. They've already branded their own proprietary system. They've been doing it for a while now, where they're incorporating other peptide therapies, and they're utilizing all of these other treatments and supplementation and nutrition, and focusing on the bigger picture for these problems for their clients. And they already have their model, right? They already have their proprietary treatment. I know that MJ talked a little bit about this a couple weeks ago. It's so super smart. How do you get someone to fly across the country for you? Or how do you not have to create specials in order to get your books full, right? It's by putting together these proprietary treatments that are exclusive to you. Right? So adding and combining those GLP-1s, your B12, your peptide-specific therapies all together. So it's not just someone else's drug. It's yours. It's your protocol. It's your brand. It's your results. And it makes it specific to you. And so when you look at that as your first option, how do we do this? And the bigger picture is, how do you do this with all of the treatments in your clinic, right? But we're looking specifically right now at weight managed metabolic health. But when you look at longevity treatments, or even weight management treatments, or hormones, you can do this with every single type of pain point. So you need to systematize. And systematizing these things, I love that word. I use it in all aspects of my consulting. I learned that word. I use it a lot because of Caitlin. But when you systematize your structure, within these protocols, including thinking about it like your labs, right? How do you perform your labs? Is that the first thing that happens when someone comes in? Is it the thing that happens third? Like, what does your protocol look like so that you're maximizing revenue? Are you waiting 3 weeks for you to get the labs back for your clients? Are you losing and leaving revenue on the table? We need to build out a structured, phased-based system so that we start with our basic intake and then we system map it, right? And we're going to use these tiers and protocol tiers to build out complete care plans for our clients that aren't specifically related to one drug, right? So revenue starts day one, and we can make adjustments later as needed based on those pain points. So this gives us opportunity for expansion. So when you look at someone that would come in from an ad, or if they're coming in for weight management, there's always additional areas, right, that they can go to. And how can we create treatments, or how can we take care of those pain points and give them solutions so that they feel better, right? When we look at our industry, whether it's aesthetics, whether it's functional med, whether it's weight management, surgery centers, when we look at these longevity solutions that we can incorporate in all of them, there's a lot of opportunity to diversify. And we have to be able to do that. One of those is supplements. So when we look at opportunity expansion, you want to look at your supplements. And I have another client who, well, I have several clients. We're incorporating this, and we started putting together a systemized structure to incorporate that, whether it's full script or they have on-site supplements. We put together they put together the plan for the client and incorporated that into every system through it. And we had $200 to $500 more per patient at every visit, which is a reoccurring revenue, right? Can you imagine? I went to one clinic, I'm 40, I'm in my 40s, so I'm suffering perimenopause with all the rest of you. So when you look at that and you think about that, and I just want all of it. And I come from an industry where I know these things, right? My background is in sports training, personal training, athletic training, all of it, master trainer, nutritionist. I understand these things, but even the overwhelming need for these supplements and therapies can be overwhelming for me. So I can only imagine how much that is for the client. So when you're not really setting up these structures to really pinpoint what exactly it is they need to feel better, to look better, then you're missing out on opportunity because they never know what they don't know, right? They do not know what they should, and they think that, oh, this one shot is what I need, but ultimately there is a lot more going on there. So when we look at supplements and we create that stack support, we can incorporate those probiotics, those enzymes, those, the QQ10, the B complex, all of it. This is going to help us to generate more revenue per client and give them better results. So from setup to packaging to reorders to protocols, we do that for all of our clients, right? When I'm working with my clients and talking about how can we better raise that level of care and raise that level of revenue, it comes from putting together these systematized protocols. The other option is adding peptide therapies. It's crazy that we're talking about peptide therapy because it is a peptide. It is a peptide. And so when you can look at the full spectrum of metabolic care, there's a lot of things from gut health to gut healing to appetite suppressant to energy levels, right? All of these peptides that can create these things. Several of my clients are already incorporating all of the different peptide therapies to give full complete care to their clients. This is the next wave in cash flow opportunity, and you're probably already seeing it because a lot of marketing companies are shifting their verbiage from that semaglutide, tirzepatide to the GLP-1s to peptide therapy. And not only do we offer it for metabolic health, but we offer it for cognitive health. We offer it for gut health. There's all of these things that now you're going to start seeing. I see it obviously all the time because I talk about this stuff every single day, 24/7. So my Instagram is full of this, but you're going to really start to see this next wave of that peptide therapies coming in and all of the different peptides that we can offer in order to counteract these being held by this one peptide, this one drug that everyone is reliant upon. And don't be fooled, guys. There's other drugs coming, right? There's other therapies coming. They're already on the market and they're already getting ready to be launched. So there's things, do not feel woe because there are therapies that are coming. Another opportunity to diversify is men's health. I will say this 100% certain because my boyfriend is one of the biggest referrers to his practitioner, looking at men's health and not underestimating the value of that because men's programs, testosterone optimization, GLP-1s for them, whether it's performance-based or whether it's stress, sleep deprivation, they will, if you can convert them to results, they are going to be loyal and they are going to refer. I know that his clinician will probably give him lifetime results because he looks better, he feels better, he tells every single person he meets. And so if you're not maximizing that men's health opportunity, I highly recommend that you really look at your systems and see how you can do that. However, how are you doing your labs? Are you giving like really great results right at the front? Like, are you maximizing your structure? Because men are impatient, right? They're not going to want to wait for those results. Where I'm finding with our programs that I'm creating for my clients that these comprehensive plans for women tend to be a little bit more, they're a little bit more, give longevity, where men are just results driven right away when it comes to this. So making sure you have good systems in place before you launch this is going to be really important. Okay. So we've talked a little bit about what is this problem? What is the shakeup? How is it happening? When is it happening? What are some things that we're hearing? A lot of people are like, we're okay for right now. But like ultimately, if you're not shifting, you're not diversifying, and you're not really putting these systems in place because maybe you don't know how, you don't know what to do, that's when you need to get someone to do it and help you to diversify because you're going to find yourself in this situation again. And part of that is your marketing. So what does marketing look like in a post GLP-1 world, right? we're going to be saying goodbye to that $2.99 semaglutide, right? Because that's gone. We're not going to be seeing that anymore. We're going to be seeing those peptide therapies. We're going to be seeing that metabolic optimization for moms and dads, or doctor supervised cellular health programs, or fat loss without muscle loss. Can you believe it? It's here already. And so what do you need to do? Who do you need to be looking at those things so that you're compliant with your website and your landing page, your videos, your scripting, your copy, your before and afters, your testimonials? What does your marketing for these things look like? Because it is going to shift and you are going to have to be compliant. And so understanding what that looks like is very important to, our clients here and my clients as well. But shifting from even that and thinking bigger, something that I'm working with my clients right now in this proactive, wellness world that we're living in these days, is telehealth. And that's our scaling strategy. So, we, with several of my clients, they're already there, right? They haven't missed the boat. They're like already using peptide therapies, men's health, supplementation. They're in their functional health. They're giving complete care with their GLP-1s, their med aesthetics, their body contouring, weight management. But now what we're doing is we're using telehealth as a multiplier. We're setting up and developing for our customers these branded telehealth programs that include GLP-1s, peptides, hormones, aesthetics. And what we're doing with that is creating these HIPAA compliant platforms, virtual patient onboarding, ship to home supplements and injectables, also SMS like automations, follow-ups, refills, because how can you really do that when you're not like in person? And one of my clients is using AI. I don't know if you heard my talk a few weeks ago, but she is one of my friends helped her, and we created this. She created this system where it's her voice, and she's answering all these questions. And they trained it, and they're able to really speak to the client. It makes them so sticky because you're right there for them. You're available to answer the questions they need right away. And that really helps us to put them into the right lab treatment. Are they getting genetic testing? Are we doing their body scans? Are we putting them just in our basic lab draw? What does that look like? And so, having those systems and understanding what works best for you is really key in order to maximize those marketing efforts and pushing into that telehealth world, right? We have to have those funnel strategies to capture all of those leads even outside of our zip code. So part of diversifying is not always just about treatments, but it's also looking at your marketing. It's looking at your demographic. It's looking at who you're trying to reach and what pain point you're trying to solve. So ultimately, what is the main thing I want you to take away from this? Obviously, it's an ever-changing world. It's an ever-changing industry, and it's not slowing down. Even though it feels like this decision by the FDA may be shifting things for us, it's a good thing because it's going to require that you build out an infrastructure that's going to give your business the opportunity to build a brand and launch your proprietary treatments, launch your proprietary protocols. It's going to create those longevity treatments and programs that, from GLP-1s to full health transformation, you're able to give your client what they truly want. It's going to give you the opportunity to train your team, create those protocols within your consultations to look and develop complete care plans, and not just do one-offs with like a weight loss shot, but really looking at what the problem is and solving it for your patients. And also, creating and forcing you to look at your scripting, your pathways, and optimizing your revenue by offering these other treatments. Also, it's going to force you to be compliant with your marketing, and to dive a little bit deeper into what that looks like. Are you doing this yourself? Is this something that you've set up to be compliant in this ever-changing world of wellness and health and aesthetics? And so what, I want to help you do and give you information on this call, I hope you take from it, is that I want you to go online, local and everywhere. And I want you to be able to generate revenue and not be held by one single drug or one single treatment. So what I'd love to ask you now is, are you building compliant, profitable GLP-1 systems or wellness systems, aesthetic systems? Are you building that out? Are you launching these longevity metabolic health programs and proprietary protocols? Are you marketing without risk? Are you diversifying your peptides, your supplements, your men's health, your telehealth, right? Are you creating systems that scale and grow in this ever-changing industry? And if you're not, what I'd love for you to do is drop the comment strategy. I would love to jump on a call. I would love to talk more about this with you and how we can develop these protocols, these systems, put together these treatments, build out our infrastructure so that we never find ourselves in a place where we don't see opportunity. Because with this judgment for me, it's forced me to really look at my clients and help build them better systems, better infrastructure. So for me, it's about being growth minded and really looking at opportunity to pivot from one single treatment to multiple tiered systems, treatments, and proprietary treatments that make you sticky, that make price irrelevant for you. So having said all that, I would love to talk more about this with you. If you're already one of our clients, if you drop strategy, then your consultant's going to get with you and be able to really dive into this system a little bit more. But regardless of what drug is trending, keep in mind that it's something that you can build better together with a team that really understands that too. So let me see if we have, when will Semaglutide not be available for providers? Okay, so May 19th through the 22nd is when it is looking to be cut off. Tirzepatide was March 19th. However, if you're some, you will be able to specifically patient prescriptive, but not wholesale purchasing. Do we have any other questions? Let's see. Oh, there's so many people here. Yes. Welcome, Advanced Specialty, Hush Medical. Let's see, who else is here? Let's see, Court Approved Aesthetics. I love this. Lily Aesthetics, Isabel Mybell. Anybody, if you have questions, if you'd like to book a strategy session, please comment strategy, and we'd love to get on a call with you and talk more about how you can do this. Let's see if there's anyone else. All right, guys. Well, if there's no more questions, I would love for you to delve a little bit more into your strategies, your protocols, your infrastructure, and how you're really relying on one thing when we can really pivot and take this and make this a great opportunity for growth for you. So if you love this training, make sure you share it with your team, other med spas, clinics, surgery centers, functional med practices that could benefit. And you can always catch our replay on our YouTube channel to get access to more free trainings that will help you grow. Visit our link tree, our social bio, and be sure to join us live every Tuesday or every Wednesday at 2:30 Central Time, same place. Find us on Instagram, YouTube, Facebook, and LinkedIn. Thank you, guys.